Hello everyone, Dr. Hassaan Tohid here. I am live, and today I was thinking I won't be able to make it, but luckily I am here and my problem is resolved. I had technical difficulties, but finally I am back. Okay, so let me invite all of you. Okay. Okay, that's wonderful, wonderful. So keep coming and keep joining, and let's begin. And we will do an amazing session today. And I have a great plan for all of you today. I'm going to discuss something really important, and that is the requirements of a systematic review. I know many of you have this difficulty, have this problem, how to resolve this issue. That what do we need to write a systematic review? This is what we will discuss today. This is what we will discuss today. Okay, so let's begin. Let's begin. And this is going to be an amazing session. And I'll try to finish up really fast in an hour, because I initially planned for a 90-minute session. But because of the technical difficulties, we lost 25 minutes already. So I'll try to be really fast and finish all of this in an hour. I'll try to do that. And if we cannot do it, then we'll continue in the next session. And let me make sure that everyone has the link. And anyone who cannot make it, you can watch it later. You can watch the recordings, because I'm not deleting it. I'm keeping it on YouTube. You can come back to it again and again, watch it. And we'll also discuss the plan for all the new admissions who have enrolled. I have a plan for you. Okay, so we will discuss that. We'll discuss that as well. So everyone is online. Everyone is here. Please do comment, do type. Okay, I think everyone is here, and this is good. This is good. This is really wonderful. And just give me a minute, less than a minute, and I'm going to start. So guys, thank you for coming. Thanks a lot. And make sure you have a notebook and a pen with you, because I am among those teachers who strongly believe that the students should take notes while taking a lecture, while listening a lecture, listening to a lecture. Okay, so let's begin. Let's begin. Just 30 more seconds and we'll start. Thirty more seconds and we'll start. And I can see only few people have made it today. I understand, because we had unpredictability today, that will the session take place or not, because of the technical difficulties. But finally, my computer is fixed. Yes, my computer was creating problem. I don't know how many of you know this, but my computer started updating, and then when it was done, it started re-updating. When it was done, it started re-updating. Then it started reinstalling the window or something, and they asked for my password. And I put my password, and it said it doesn't recognize my password. So I had to change my password, and it's such a huge stress. And I wanted to make sure that we do this session today, and I was really hoping that this works. Okay, so we have enough people today. We have enough people today. Of course, not enough. I try my best to have a huge crowd, but unfortunately, we cannot have it. But at least nine people. Okay, 10 people. People are coming, probably. Okay, so who is here? Harjivan, Anju, Roshni, Mahavish, Tasneem, Medha, Rutaba, and Guru. So all the new admissions, I welcome you all to the training. And this is also an orientation session for all the new admissions for Be a Published Author program. And we are going to discuss something really important. And that's what we will talk about today. For all the new admissions, first of all, make sure you have created an account on the website, because there is educational material on your account on the website. There are plenty of videos like these on the account. You're on your account on the website. So make sure you create an account, because to study for this course, you need to make sure that you have everything. When you create an account, click on the profile button on the top right corner, then it takes you to the dashboard. Once you're on the dashboard, you will see the course that we have given to you, Be a Published Author program, and you click on it, and it will show you actually a lot of videos. Make sure you watch them. And if you really want to excel in this course, if you really want to learn every single thing about research writing and all kinds of study designs and maximum knowledge, if you want maximum knowledge, if you want to really, really benefit more than anyone else, watch every single video that is available on your account. Along with the live classes with me on YouTube, my live sessions will be on YouTube. They used to be on Tuesday, but now I'm changing it to Wednesday. Remember, I will be conducting my live sessions on Wednesday because my Tuesday has become really occupied in some other stuff. So I'll conduct my session on Wednesdays on YouTube Live, so that I don't have to download it again and resend it to all of you. It becomes a hassle for me, and it becomes easier than anyone can come back and watch it. And every time on YouTube, I'll try to bring, I try to bring new information every time. And how do I bring new information every time? Because I keep reading. I keep reading every single day. Let me show you something. I'm reading this book these days. Anyone wants this book? Order it on Amazon. It's not my book. Okay, very useful book. I'm reading this book because I'm myself improving my knowledge on meta-analysis, and once this book is finished, I'll read another book. Once that book is finished, I'll read another book. Once that book is finished, I'll read another book. So that's why I keep getting more and more knowledge every week, and I can produce new material every week and teach a new material, and we can add more information in the curriculum, because we keep adding more and more information, because I keep reading and learning. I want every student to have the same attitude of learning, because learning can never stop. Remember, even if I, as a mentor, stop reading, I will forget things. I'll be left behind. I'll be left behind than the rest of the world. So it's a lifelong learning. It's a lifelong journey. No doctor can say that I know everything about internal medicine. If you are an internist, if you are a family physician, you cannot say I know everything about family medicine. You gotta keep reading and studying every single day. Every single day. And that's why I highly recommend to all of you, when you start your residency, keep a pocket book. Do I have my pocket book here? No. Keep a pocket book with yourself. If you're in the UK system, you can have Oxford. If in the US, you can have Davidson, any of those, whatever you like. And some people recommend that there is another book nowadays. I forgot the name. I think that's Harrison. I forgot the name. That's another pocket book many people use in the US. So when you are in your residency, make sure you are continuously learning and taking notes in your book. Mess that book up with your notes, with adding and writing things down, and forget about that, oh, my book will become dirty. You can buy a new book later if you want to keep a clean book, but make that book dirty, taking notes. Okay, you have a congestive heart failure patient, and you are looking at this patient, and you open the congestive heart failure page, and you're studying everything about congestive heart failure. Now you find something new that usually is not available. So you actually take notes. You take notes about that case. You take notes about that case, that this was the unique case, although the book doesn't mention it, but here it is. And the book mentioned this kind of drugs and medication that need to be given to the patient, but our chief resident or our consultant, he reduced the dose, he increased the dose. But why? You write down the why. Why they did not give him this medication. Why they gave him this medication. All this not written in the books. Because guys, nothing can beat experience. Nothing can beat experience. No book can beat experience. So along with the book, you are learning experience and you are learning from seniors. So take notes and keep the book with yourself all the time. And I keep my book all the time. This is my bedside book nowadays. I'm reading and studying and understanding. And if I don't understand anything, you know what do? I talk to our statistician, the head of the department of statistics at CIBNP. I talk to her and I refer to her. I say, I cannot understand it. Can you help me understand this? Is there a shame? Is there a shame in learning? No. We all are here to learn. The moment you think you know everything, your decline begins. My mentor told me 20 years ago, exactly 20 years ago, he said, don't ever consider yourself as an expert or that you know everything. He said, the moment you think you know everything, your decline begins. The reason is you stop learning. When you think you know everything, you will not learn. If I think I know everything, I will stop learning. Why do you think Roger Federer keeps winning? Even when he's approaching his 40s, yes, almost 40, and he's still in top 3 in the world, he still keeps winning. Why does he keep winning? The first time he became champion, had he stopped learning, he wouldn't have become champion. The reason was that his body was becoming old. His body was becoming old. So he needed to learn more skills to balance the old age. Now he has more skills than he had when he became the champion first time. He has more experience, more and more experience, more and more skills. And he's learning and learning and learning. And the day he retires, he will still be in top 5. I can bet on that. I don't know how many of you know Roger Federer, a tennis player I'm talking about. Same thing with football. Same thing with Ronaldo, the football player. He keeps learning. He keeps learning, and you keep learning new skills, and there will always be something to learn. You can never say that I know everything. And the one who learns the most will become the champion. And the one who is a champion after learning most, he still doesn't know everything. The difference between an ignorant person and an educated person is that the ignorant person thinks he knows everything. And an educated person knows that he doesn't know. And actually, they both don't know. Now listen to me. They both don't know. An educated person and an ignorant person, they both don't know. The educated person just knows that he doesn't know. Ignorant person doesn't know that he doesn't know. So that's why we keep learning. We have to keep learning. Our knowledge will go up and up and up, and we'll never be 100% in anything. So move towards excellence. Move towards excellence, not perfection. There is no perfection. Nobody can be perfect. Only God is perfect. Okay? So now I think I have enough people. I'm happy that people are started to join. Okay, that's wonderful. So now everyone, listen to me. This is a session on question answers. I will answer your questions and concerns. You can type your questions and concerns and I'll answer. But also, I will discuss the requirements of a systematic review. Many of you still have difficulty in understanding systematic review. So what do you need? This is the thing, right? If you are cooking pizza, or baking pizza, whatever word you want to use, baking, okay, baking. Let's say baking. Then many people say, oh, pizza is baked, not cooked. Okay, I got it. So pizza. If you are planning to bake a pizza, if you don't know what is needed, the ingredients of a pizza, can you successfully make it? No, you cannot. How about sushi? Japanese sushi. If you don't know the recipe and you don't know the ingredients of a sushi, of a wonderful sushi, you cannot do it. Same thing with systematic review, same thing with the traditional review. So what are the requirements? That's what we will discuss. And at the same time, you can type questions and I will come back to you. I'll answer your questions. I will answer your questions. So remember that. Feel free to ask any question. Don't be ashamed or feel shy to ask any question, or don't feel that, oh, I'll look foolish. I want you to look foolish. I am successful, guys, because I was never afraid to look foolish. Hi, Tatiana, Shika, Suchitra, Saima. Saima, where have you been? Kosha, Priya, Mega. How are you, Mega? Where have you been? You guys, Jaksh, how are you? Nitin. Okay, so guys, the goal is very good, very good. So, very good, Saima. So guys, don't be afraid to make mistakes. The one who makes most mistakes learns the most. The one who asks the most foolish questions turn out to be the legends in the field. I used to ask foolish questions. You cannot even imagine what kind of questions I used to ask. And that's why I learned the most and most and most. And here I am today. Hi, Nihan. Thank you. Thank you, Christine. Okay, so the requirements of a systematic review we are discussing. But first of all, in this course, all the new admissions, this is very important for all of you. You will have your live classes with your mentor, right? Every weekend, and you will have live sessions with me, but you will also have the student discussion session. All the tier 1 students will have student discussion sessions so that you guys can co-author with each other and get multiple publications. You guys will be able to help each other and co-author with each other. So you can add multiple publications. And anyone, from any other tier 2 or 3, you can upgrade it later if you feel that, no, I do need multiple publications. You do have this liberty to do it. So just letting you know. Okay, now, this is very important. In this training program, you will learn traditional review, scoping review, systematic review. These are the 3 major kinds of review articles. These are the 3 major kinds. Let me fix this camera. Okay, so blurry. My face is blurry. Or maybe it's just me, or is everyone facing the same thing? My screen says that I'm blurry. Okay, it's fixed automatically. Autofocus. Okay, so now it's fine. So traditional review, scoping review, systematic review. Traditional review, scoping review, systematic review. These are the 3 kinds that you will learn in this training. And the next one is meta-analysis. But meta-analysis is a different course, separate course, a 3-month course that we are providing. 3-month course. And meta-analysis is a little tough. You see, I'm still studying meta-analysis. Keep learning, keep learning, keep learning. Meta-analysis is not a joke. So that's why that's a separate course, 3-month course. So after you are done with this course, if you want to enroll into a meta-analysis course, then do let me know, okay? But for now, here in this training program, you will learn all other kinds of reviews: traditional review, systematic review, and scoping review. Scoping review, okay? Let me spell it for you so that you understand exactly what this is all about. Traditional review. Is there any other name for traditional review? Literature review. Literature review. Systematic review. Sorry, hold on. Scoping review. Second one is scoping review. The third one is systematic review. And which one is the giant? Systematic review. If you have plenty of time, go with the systematic review. But if you are in a hurry, then don't go with a systematic review, write a traditional review. If you have time in the middle, go with the scoping review. Okay, now the beauty of a systematic review or writing a review article, any of these, is once you know how to do it, you can write any kind of research article. Many people ask me that, oh, with this training, will I be able to write clinical trials, the other study designs, or observational studies, or case reports, or animal studies, or in vitro studies? These are the maximum kinds of studies, right? All of these, all the studies are mentioned here. There is nothing more in research world. Remember, there is nothing more in research world. I'm making things so easy for you. Review articles, clinical trials, observational studies, and these observational studies are of 3 or 4 types: cohort, case control, cross-sectional, or longitudinal. So you can, because of the longitudinal, you can say 4, or otherwise you can call it 3. And then case reports, case series, and then animal studies, in vitro. That's it. There's nothing more in the research world. No other study design exists. So if you know how to write review articles, you can write any of these articles. It's so easy. And you will learn this gradually in this training. And we'll talk about this, how easy it is. How easy it is. I'll teach you all these too. I'll teach you all of these. Don't worry about it. Now, today we are talking about the requirements of a systematic review. Anyone who is planning to write a systematic review, what are the requirements? What are the ingredients? What do you need? You need the first thing first. Every time I move, this camera loses focus. This is not good. I thought I got the best camera for the live sessions. I'll write the review. I'll write the review that this claims to be the best camera, but this loses focus. See how clear everything else is. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Okay. So let this get better. And meanwhile, just listen to me. So, like everything has a recipe, every dish you cook has a recipe. And my face is becoming clear again. See? Okay. So as you see, everything has ingredients. If you plan to fry a hamburger, or you plan to cook sushi or pizza or pasta, or you cook any Indian food, anything, you need ingredients. Similarly, systematic review also needs ingredients. So what are the requirements? The first thing first is this. Many people forget to mention this. This is the most important thing. Your mindset, your mentality. Your mindset, your mentality. The mindset is the most important thing. First of all, remember Your mindset is the most important thing. So keep saying this to yourself. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. I'm the best. I'm the best. I'm the best. I'm bigger than a systematic review. Now the question is, do you feel you are bigger than this? Yes, you are the greatest creature of this universe. You are the greatest creature created by God. Even if your parents, the only people who can reproduce somebody like you, if they would like to reproduce a similar person like you, according to the genes experts, the genetic experts, they say that they will have to give birth to how many people? 3,000 million, or you can say 3 million. Oh, billion, 3 billion. 3 billion, they will have to give birth to 3 billion kids to just produce somebody exactly like you. So you are that valuable. Try to understand your value. You are bigger than everything. You are bigger than everything. You are bigger than a systematic review. You are bigger than your research project. You are bigger than the USMLEs. USMLE is so tiny. You are bigger than that. Residency, you are nothing, is nothing. You are bigger than that. You are bigger than anything you want to achieve. That's what nature has given to you, the power to create whatever you like. Try to understand this. You have that hidden power. You just need to recognize it. And how do you recognize it? You need to keep saying that I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. First time you say it, your mind will say no. Second time you say it, your mind will say no. But if you say it 100 times, eventually your mind will start to believe that yes, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Say, I can do it. I can do it. If anyone can do it, it's me, because I'm the greatest creature created by God. People, if other people can do it, you can do it. 17-year-old student. We had 17-year-old student, 2 students. They completed amazing systematic reviews. Systematic reviews. If those kids can do it, you can do it. I think one wrote a traditional review, but the other one wrote a systematic review. But either way, they wrote papers, they completed their paper. If a 17-year-old can do it, you guys can do it. What is stopping you from achieving this? What is stopping you from doing this? Just the lack of belief. So here in this training program, we're also working on your mindset. You got to change your mindset. One of our students last year, she joined end of May, exactly a year ago. Now listen to me, this is very important, guys. One student joined in the month of May 2020, and last year the date for match application was October 21st, right? By October 21st, you know how many publications she had? 16 publications. She got 16 publications. End of May. So how many months she had? June, July, August, September, and the half of October, 4.5 months. She got 16 publications. Some of you know who I'm talking about. Anyone who is from her group right now watching me. Inspiration. If one student can do it, anyone can do it. Because she wanted to be successful so bad, she did not think of anything else. If one person can do it, you all can do it. If one person can do it, anyone can do it. So remember, keep saying out loud, I can do it. I can do it. One person can do it, you can do it. Second thing I want you to do is, in your mindset, stay focused. What do we mean by focused? You will not think of anything else except your goal. Your goal is to get residency, right? I don't want you to think of anything else besides achieving your goal. For the next 4 months, I want all of you to just think about achieving your goal. How do I do it? How do I do it? How do I write my paper? How do I improve my CV? How do I become better? How can I improve my communication skills? How can I improve my interview taking skills? Or the interview giving skills? How can I do this? How can I improve? Eventual goal is residency. Remember, we become what we think about all day long. If you continuously think about your goal, no power on earth can stop you from achieving this goal. If you have anything else besides your goal in your mind, let's say you are thinking about sports, you're thinking about movies, you're thinking about TV shows, you're thinking about politics, you're thinking about what's happening in XYZ part of the world, and you are not thinking about this, you will not be able to achieve your goals. I know it's natural that we all are human beings. We all get news and information from different people. I do get information from different people. I keep getting information what is happening in Middle East, in Israel and Palestine these days. So I keep getting that news, but I come back to my focus again. I said, no, I gotta think about my goals. I gotta think about my goals. I gotta think about my goals. I cannot think of anything else. If I do that, I'll not be able to achieve my goal. You got to see out of 100% how much time do you spend. Out of 100% of your time, how much time do you spend thinking about your goal? If 5% of the time you're thinking about something else because something else came in between, that's fine. You're a human being. 95% of the time you should be thinking about your goal. No wedding ceremonies, no birthday parties, no celebrations, nothing for at least 4 months. You should be working on your paper. Think about your paper. Your first author systematic review will give you the residency, guys. Systematic review as a first author is not a joke. It will give you your residency. When you know something is so important, it can give you your residency, why would you not write it? When you know it can cover the failed attempt, it can balance your low scores. When you know this, why can't you do it? I spoke with a student, scores of 268, 273. Step 1, 268, step 2, 273. He did not match, had 9 interview calls. And he said because in most of the interviews, he was asked about publications. Student from Pakistan. He was from Lahore. I still remember. I don't know where is he right now. Wanted to enroll. It's been a while. I haven't spoken with him. Talented, extremely talented student. So if you have good scores, your chances are really, really high. But if you have a publication on top of that, imagine the chances of your residency. Imagine. And rest of the time, how much time do you spend practice talking? How much time do you practice speaking? How much time do you practice interview skills? I want all of my students to start practicing for interviews today. At least 1 hour a day. Can you practice your interview skills in front of a mirror? How would you behave in the interview? If your interview is live, how do you do it? If your interview is again on computer, on Zoom, how do you do it? Practice, practice, practice. Without practicing, it will not happen. Let me give you a formula. If you practice interview skills, if you give 100 mock interviews in front of a mirror or with a friend, that's it. Even with a friend, with a family member, 100 mock interviews, no power on earth can fail you in an interview. Can you do 100 mock interviews? Just like you prepare for your CS. Anyone who took CS last time? By the way, the mini CS, we'll discuss that, okay? We'll discuss that as well. I myself, I'm extracting more information about it. I'm extracting more information about it. Once I get that, I'll discuss that with you. Okay, so anyways, the thing is that If you have practiced for CS, and in your medical school you practice your OSCEs and vivas, same thing with interviews, residency interviews. Practice, practice, practice. Take the common questions asked for residency interview and keep practicing them today. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. Every single moment, every single minute is important, and these 4 months are the life-changing months for you. Less than 4 months actually now. Life-changing. If you waste any of these days now, you are going to compromise the results. The one who makes the most of it, these 4 months will match. Okay. So the requirements of a systematic review. Mindset is clear. Everyone knows the mindset, right? You got to develop the mindset that you can do it, and you will keep thinking about your goal. You will keep thinking about your systematic review all the time. Keep thinking about your residency all the time. If you are tired of thinking about your paper, now think about the interview. Keep practicing it all the time. Practice, practice, practice. So the mindset is the first thing first. Second thing is you need to set the goal. What do you mean by goal setting? By goal setting, we mean that a dream with a deadline. A goal is actually a dream with a deadline. Everyone has dreams. When I was a kid, I had so many dreams, but never ever any of those dreams became a reality. I thought that we just keep dreaming and we think, oh, one day things will happen. Until I discovered the secret. That your dreams are in your hands. You make them happen. You make them happen. If you just write down your dreams, make a list, write a plan, how you're gonna achieve it, and you set a deadline that by when you wanna finish it, you wanna achieve it, your goals will become reality. Write down the list of 10 goals and you will see you will achieve 8 of those in a year on average, if you just keep writing your goals. If you don't write it, out of the 10 goals, you probably will achieve 1 if you are lucky. But if you write them down, 80% of them will be achieved. I'm telling you with experience. The first year I wrote my goals down, I achieved 80% of them. And keep looking at your goals every day. Now, this is the most important formula. Keep looking at your goals every day. So write down the goal. I want to publish. I am in the present tense. This is very important. I am a published author, and my first author systematic review is published. Write this statement down and keep reading it. Keep reading it. Keep reading it. I am a published author, and I have written an outstanding systematic review in the specialty of my choice. Write this statement down. Keep reading it. Keep reading it. Keep reading it. Keep reading it as much as you can, and you will see the difference. And now the next thing that you got to do is that if you can look at your overall list, look at the deadline, keep looking at it every single day, twice a day. If you can do twice a day, the faster you will achieve your goal. If you can see it 3 times a day, more, I would say, faster than those people who achieve their goals, who look at their goals twice a day. So the one who sees his goal once a day, every day, and rewrites them. I rewrite my goal every day. Somebody who rewrites the goal every day, so that's automatically 1 time, but now he sees the goal again 2nd time, right before sleeping, he will achieve his goal faster. But somebody who sees his goal 3 times a day, he will achieve it way better and faster than somebody who sees it 3 times a day. I still have a habit of seeing my goals twice a day. So I see my goals twice a day, but I'm telling you, somebody who sees his goals 3 times a day will beat me. There's no question about it. I'm trying to become better and better. So my goals are in my eyes all the time, although I'm thinking about my goals all the time. But I'm just letting you know that if you can see it 4 times a day, you will be better than the one who writes the goal and sees his goal at least once a day. And majority of the world, 95 or 97% of people, they never even write their goals. That's why they live in wishful thinking and dreams. That's why some of the students cannot complete their systematic review, because they never wrote the plan down. They never wrote their goal down. Write your goal down, plan your goal, that this is the time I will sit on my paper, work on my paper every day, these 2 hours. This will be my schedule. Nobody will bother me. This is the plan. This is the desk. This is the chair. This is the room, a quiet room. I'll turn my cell phone off. Write the whole plan, whatever plan you can think of, 1-page plan of what you will do every single day to achieve this goal with a deadline. And the deadline is 7 weeks. You got to complete your paper in 7 weeks. Anyone who is starting the training today, you should be done with your paper by 2nd week of July. No excuses. With a deadline, write down July 10th. Okay, let's set a goal, July 10th. By the way, let me tell you something. Anyone writing and completing their paper after July 10th, the chances of getting a publication before September 15th will be very, very low. Because I know journals are busy. Journals are about to get busy in the month of July. Every year this happens. So don't waste time. If you can sit today, work like crazies, you can complete your paper in 2 weeks if you're really, really crazy about it. So I'm telling you the serious problem. If you delay, if you don't complete your paper, all of you, anyone who has been here before or who has just joined, this is the final deadline. If you don't complete your paper by July 10th, chances of your publication before September 15 will be minimal. Telling you with experience. Then there will be 2 months in publication. Even if you go with rapid publication, the journals will be so occupied. They have thousands of IMGs publishing and submitting, writing and submitting papers, that your publication may not come on time. Take it seriously. So the deadline, the goal, the mindset, the goal, right? And what else do you need? A computer. You need a computer. If you have computer, that's wonderful. If you don't have computer, can you write a systematic review on an iPad? Yes, you can. Some of our students have done it. Yes, you can do it on iPad. Okay, I will be okay. As long as you have Microsoft Word or a similar document in your computer. Can you do it on your cell phone? Yes, you can do it. I have done it, but I will not recommend any new student to try it. I highly recommend you do on iPad or a computer. Unless you really have an issue and you don't have computer, or your computer just started acting out like my computer did today, then yes, go with the cell phone. You can still write a systematic review on cell phone, but that should be your last priority. Okay? Everyone has these things. Single-mindedness, no other thought, single-mindedness, no other thought besides your goals. Why are you watching movies? Why are you wasting time with friends? No news. Don't watch news. Don't watch news. The only thing besides your goal you can read is an inspirational or a motivational book or a video if you want to watch it, something that will keep you on your goal. Okay, so now when you have Microsoft Word, you need two documents of Microsoft Word. One document will be used for your article, and you will call it as my article. So on Microsoft Word, I'll repeat again, you will open two documents. The first document will be known as my article, and the second document will be known as my data, or you can call it as data sheet. This will be your rough sheet. This will be your rough sheet. Here you will do everything, all the nasty things that are needed, the data collection and everything, just like in mathematics. In mathematics, when you're working on your paper, how do you do the rough calculation on the rough side, right? Or on the other page, or the end of the book, end of the notebook, you make sometimes two columns, fair column and the rough column, and you do all the calculations in the rough column. So your my data sheet is the rough column. What else? After number 5, I'm coming to number 6 now. Okay, I need a clean board. You can rewind it and watch it again if you haven't taken notes right now. Number 6, I want you to open is Prisma checklist. What is this? Anyone who is already in the training, they know what Prisma checklist is. But any new admission, let me tell you what Prisma checklist is. Prisma stands for Preferred Reporting Items for Systematic Reviews and Meta-analysis. Preferred reporting items for systematic review and meta-analysis. Preferred reporting items for systematic reviews and meta-analysis. Systematic reviews and meta-analysis. Sorry, not review. Systematic reviews and meta-analysis. Because it can be used for systematic review and meta-analysis both. So what is Prisma? Prisma is a checklist that you will use to write your paper. Now, many people say, what do I write in my paper? What should be my sequence? You have Prisma checklist. Everything is mentioned in the Prisma checklist. Even if you have missed some lectures, you look at Prisma checklist, you will still be on your track. Everything is a checklist. When an airplane flies, the pilot has a checklist. Pilot cannot fly an airplane without a checklist. Although he's experienced, he knows everything, but he still wants to make sure he has a checklist, because the important matters cannot be left on memory alone. You got to have a written checklist. So pilots have a written checklist. Just like you write your goals down, if you have been doing this exercise already, your life is very important. Similarly, your systematic review is extremely important, and scientists realize this fact. That's why they gave you the goal list Prisma checklist with 27 points. And try to use the latest one, Prisma 2020. We have Prisma 2009, 2015, 2020. Try to use 2020, the latest one. Where do you find it? Where do you find Prisma checklist? Anyone has any idea? Will we give it to you? Will you pray and God send it to you? How will you get Prisma checklist? Anyone can tell anyone. Anyone can comment and tell other people how to get Prisma checklist. Just type Prisma checklist on Google. That's it. Just write Prisma checklist on Google and you will see Prisma checklist. That's it. Simple formula. Go to google.com, simple Google search, write down Prisma checklist, and the very first website will show you Prisma statement. You open it and you download Prisma checklist. Prisma statement, Prisma checklist, Prisma guidelines are same thing. Prisma guidelines is actually different, but this is just a guidelines what Prisma actually is, how it works, and how you should use it. But mainly Prisma checklist is freely available on Google. Simply download it. You need Prisma checklist with yourself all the time when you are writing your systematic review. You are flying an airplane. When you are working on a systematic review, you cannot fly this airplane without this checklist. You're going to crash. Is that clear? Everyone is clear about this. Point number 7. You need to create a folder on your computer desktop. Electronic folder I'm talking about, not the real folder. On your computer, on your desktop. On your desktop screen, you should have a folder. Why do you need that folder? This is where you will download or save full articles, PDF of full articles. When you will find full articles, when you will start searching data, you should have full articles saved in a folder. You will call it as my full articles or full articles for my paper. This will be the name of the folder. And you can also give the title to the paper as well, so that you know that this folder has the data of this paper, because in the future you will be working on more papers. Maybe you will be working on 2 papers at a time. If you are, then make 2 folders and name them according to your paper's title. What else? Reference manager. You will need reference manager. What is reference manager? Can anyone tell me what is a reference manager? Can anyone tell me what is a reference manager? Anyone knows this terminology? Please do type. Feel free to type. Reference manager. What is a reference manager? Nobody's typing. Feel free to make mistakes, guys. Nobody will judge you. You all are here to learn. What is a reference manager? Anyone knows what is a reference manager? Nobody is willing to type. I have such a brave students. Anyone will take action and type? Okay, I'm not moving forward until somebody types. Very good. Anuradhika, very good. Reference manager are actually some softwares that you will use for your citation and your data collection. And Anju, reference managers are the softwares that you use for your reference managing, for collecting your references, citation, saving the information. So what reference managers can you use? The most common ones: EndNote, Mendeley, and Zotero or Zotero, whatever you want to call it. Now, Mendeley is free of cost. Zotero or Zotero is free of cost. EndNote has 2 versions: EndNote Basic and an EndNote paid one. EndNote Basic is free. You can rely on that. Or if you have the subscription, you can get the paid one. This is advanced version. It has a lot of things. So you can use any of those. And once you download it, you start to play with it. The instructions on how to use it are available on the software website. You can use it, and this will be your reference manager. And by the way, can reference managing be done manually? Yes. And you will learn that in this training as well. Reference manager softwares. So download any of those. Download any of those. Now, what else do you need? Excel sheet. Microsoft Excel sheet. Why do you need it? You will learn this during the training why you need it. But right now, just write it down. You will need an Excel sheet. What else do you need? You got to create an account on PubMed, the website PubMed. PubMed is a website. Any new admission, anyone who is studying it for the first time and doesn't know what PubMed is a database or interface actually, but it's a website actually, in easy words. And you need minimum 2 people. Minimum 2 people to work on your paper. So you will have a group. First and second author in each paper will be working closely on the paper. We will give you the authorship sequence list for your groups, so don't worry about it. So once you write these 11 things down, you are in a very strong position. You know how to write a systematic review. And you can add a few funny things in here. What else do you need? A chair, a desk, a room, quiet room, and you need earplugs if you don't have quiet room, and you need cell phone off in a separate room. And now you work on your paper. You have the recipe. Now you can cook your recipe. Yes, if you need coffee, okay, yes, you need coffee. What else? I think that's enough of things that are needed for systematic review. But one more thing. Data extraction form. Now this is serious. This is important. Data extraction form for systematic reviews. It is freely available, just like Prisma on Google. This is available for free on Google. Type data extraction form for systematic review and go to any website and download it. It's so simple. And you can make it your own as well. You will need that data extraction form. And what else do you need? Most important thing for systematic review. I would say one of the most important things. You may, let's talk about the important thing. Yeah, hold on. First thing first, quality appraisal tool or quality assessment tool. Same thing. Quality appraisal tool, quality assessment tool, critical appraisal tool, critical assessment tool. All of these are the same things. Whenever you hear the term quality appraisal or quality assessment, critical assessment, critical appraisal, all of this is the same thing. And they actually are, the tools actually are the checklist. Again, another checklist. Quality assessment checklist. You need to download. Just download the data extraction form. Once you download it, you have it, then we'll talk about it when you come to the data extraction part. You need it in the end. Don't worry about it. But you do need it. Like you need salt in the end sometimes. Sometimes you need salt in the beginning, right? Here you can say, okay, data extraction is my my onions or my salt that I need in the end. But something that will give the flavor. The flavor comes from quality appraisal checklists. So every study design has a checklist. Now this is very important. You need to download the checklist for quality appraisal, because when you write a systematic review, what you will do is you will be writing a systematic review of mixed studies, in which multiple kinds of studies will be included, most likely. Or you will be writing a systematic review of only clinical trials, or you will be writing a systematic review of only observational studies, or only one kind of observational study, right? Or systematic review of systematic reviews. That means in your paper, you will combine so many papers together and write one paper. This is what a systematic review is, right? So if you are writing a systematic review of mixed studies, that means all of these mixed studies, if let's say 5 of them were clinical trials, 5 of them were observational studies, and 10 of them were systematic review, and total you have 20 references, 20 studies. So all 20 of these papers, you gotta make sure they are of good quality. So you check them for quality. It's that simple. Now, how do you check them for quality? You download the checklist. So now, what checklist? If your systematic review has a clinical trial, you will need Cochrane risk of bias assessment tool. This is a checklist, again, available for free. What else do you need? If your paper has a non-randomized control trial, it is another kind of clinical trial, non-randomized, then you will use Newcastle Ottawa scale. Newcastle Ottawa scale. Although there are other checklists available as well for free, but they are most common ones. They are most common ones, so I recommend that you use them. If your paper has observational studies, what checklist you will use? Same, Newcastle Ottawa scale. Only the randomized control trial will have Cochrane risk of bias assessment tool. If your paper has a case report, then you use CARE guidelines, CARE, C-A-R-E. Okay, and if your paper has animal studies, then I think you use JV assessment tool. I'm mixing probably. Just we'll get back to you. We'll check it. Hold on. Let me check it right now. Let me check it right now. Is it Arrive or is it JV? I think Arrive is the reporting tool, just like Prisma. So let me get back to you. Okay, quality appraisal tool. Quality appraisal. Let's Google it right now. Quality appraisal, I think, is JV assessment tool. Let's see, quality appraisal tool for animal studies. No, Circle scale, sorry. Circle, S-Y-R-C-L-E. Circle risk of bias assessment tool for animal studies. Circle, S for circle. If it's animal studies, then you use Circle scale, S-Y-R-C-L-E. So if before you begin writing your paper, you can download these checklists along with Prisma, you are all set. You have every single thing that is needed for a systematic review. Is that simple? That's it. There's nothing else that you will need to complete your paper. You will just need a proper mindset, goal setting, written goals, written plan, and then you need these points, these 19 things. Actually, point number 19 has multiple points, so you need these checklists. Once you have all of this, no one can have a better ingredients than you. This is how we write a systematic review, and that's how you will start. So make sure you have this, and then you start. And all those who are starting their classes this weekend, why don't you collect all of these things right now, today? Well, save your time. Save your time. We don't have time. July 10th is the deadline. Finish your paper. So that's it. This is the list, and these are the requirements for a systematic review. And in the next session, we will talk about the requirements of traditional review, requirements for scoping review. We'll discuss those things, and gradually you will learn more and more, and you will grow more and more. And tomorrow there is a session. I'm conducting a session. We'll meet you tomorrow, and a very useful session. And let's do it same time, around 10:30. I will announce on the group. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you guys. Anyone has any question? I still have 15 minutes before I leave. Anyone has any question before I leave? How was the session today? Did you guys enjoy something? Did you guys learn something? Did you guys understand the things you will need to work on a systematic review? And one more thing, guys, fast speed internet. I forgot to mention fast speed internet. So you can say 20. Add the point number 20, fast speed internet. Okay, very good, guys. Thank you. Thank you for joining. Anyone has any question? Thank you, guys. Thanks a lot. So now systematic review should never be a problem for you. You know the recipe. Oh, sorry, the ingredients. In the next session, we can also talk about the recipe. How do you do it? And by the way, during your live classes, you will learn the recipe. That's what you're doing. How to do it. You will learn the recipe. If you follow this approach, systematic review becomes a piece of cake for you. Nobody teaches us like this. Unfortunately, you should start from very basic. You should tell everyone, what do you need for a systematic review? What is a systematic review? People don't tell this to the students. That's why I wanted to make sure that in this training, you learn everything from the very beginning. So once you have these 20 things, along with the high-speed internet, you are all set to write a systematic review. And what is a systematic review? It's a review article where you combine so many papers together and you write a paper, but you write that paper according to Prisma checklist. You will have method and results section mandatory because it's a requirement of Prisma checklist, and you will check the quality. So quality appraisal tools are the soul or the spirit of systematic review. Tatiana, it's so easy. I'm telling you, if you have this checklist, you know what needs to be done and how it needs to be done. You will learn during the classes. But this is the thing. Now you know your ingredients of your sushi. You can cook, bake your pizza, whatever it is. The first thing first is nobody tells what is needed actually. This is how systematic review should be taught. In the future, when you are teaching somebody, you're telling somebody how to write a systematic review, first start with this. Always tell them, what do you need for a systematic review? Once you know what do you need, now let's talk about the steps. The first step of the recipe, first you bake bread or you get the oven ready. You put salt, you put vegetable. What do you do? How do you move forward? Okay, a lot of things need to be done. Yes, but it is easy. I'm telling you, you can do it. You're better than systematic review. You're bigger than systematic review. If children can do it, you can do it. 17-year-old. How will we choose our paper? You will select a topic of your own choice during this training. During the first week, we'll talk about this. You will learn how to select a topic. Don't worry about it. Watch lesson number 28 on your account. Everyone, hold on. Let me give you some homework. Let me give you some homework, everyone. Let me give you some homework. When you log into your account, you click on the profile button. It takes you to the course, right? All the enrolled students. Once you go on the course, you click on Be a Published Author Program. Once you click on it, you will see the lessons, the videos. So lesson number 28, lesson 136 and 137, lesson 144 and 148. Once you watch them, you will be able to select a topic even before your live classes begin. Even your live classes, before they begin, you will be able to select a topic. Thank you, Kosha. That's what I'm talking about. People need to enjoy the training fully. If you miss the videos on your account, you have missed a huge part of this training. Besides my live classes, besides your mentors live classes, you gotta watch those videos, because I have made sure that we bring some new information in those videos and we take you to a whole new level of writing. Today, you guys are better than you were yesterday, because what you know about systematic review, you did not know yesterday. You are way better than you were before, and you are way better than many professors. Many professors, I'm telling you, I have met with many professors, they don't know the ingredients for systematic review. Then what needs to be on your desk ready before you start working on a systematic review? This is the list. Can we put the flowchart tables from the previous article that we reviewed? No, without anyone's permission, you cannot use their tables and figures. It's called plagiarism. Same thing with anyone's words. You have to make your own tables, or you modify this table and figure, and you say it is modified from this article. Otherwise, you need their proper permission, written permission to use their tables and figures. Email to the author. Go to the paper. Okay, open any paper. See the author's name. Under the author's name, contact author. There is an email address. Always contact the corresponding author. That's it. You send email to that author. Okay, and now we are writing on introduction phase, but I'm unable to keep my focus. Thanks for the motivation. Why you are not able to keep your motivation? Because you are thinking something else. You are letting your family matters, your friends matters, your cell phone come into your mind. You are not making yourself focused. You need to just think about one thing, and that is your paper. You need to just think about your paper, nothing else. If you are not thinking about your paper all the time, you will not be able to make it. It's about your life, guys. Your systematic review will change your life. My articles changed my life. Everything that I have today is because of my publications, the TED Talks, the book writing opportunities, everything that you see in my life, all the success that came to me was because of my publication. Don't take it light. Once you become a published author, you will see the magic, how people will approach you, how you will get more opportunities, how different professors will contact you, how different scientists will contact you, how different organizations will contact you just because of writing a paper as a systematic review as your first author. You cannot even imagine. Whole life changes. Do we need to download the data extraction tool to start writing the various section of systematic review? I said initially just download it, keep it. You should know that you will need it after screening. After screening and quality appraisal, you will need data extraction. We'll talk about the sequence. Watch my video on YouTube, Systematic Review in 5 minutes. Systematic Review in 5 minutes. That's a very useful video. You should watch it. I can share that with you guys. If you watch it, you will be in a very strong position. But in this fashion, we will teach you and train you and make you something. I want all of you to become an expert in systematic review and traditional review and scoping review, so that when you talk to a professor, you know more than any professor that you know. That's what I want for you guys. And you will. I'm telling you, you will. If you follow what we are doing in this program, you will. Okay, guys, thank you. Can you please give a website where the lessons are? Tatiana, our website, cibnp.com. You enroll, right? So you created an account. That's where you will get those. Let me discuss that with you guys on your group on WhatsApp as well, and we will discuss that. Okay. Anyone has any question before I leave? I still have 5 minutes. Anyone has any question? I think everyone has already asked all the necessary questions. And remember, many people ask this question. I'm telling you in advance that what if somebody has already written a systematic review or traditional review related to my topic? Should I go for it? If it is written before last 2 years, go ahead and write it. If it was written in 2018, go ahead and do that. If it was written after 2018, modify, change it, change the topic. That's it. Okay, there's no harm in writing the same paper again, but at least 2 years gap should be there because you will have more material to add. You can make a better version out of it. Okay, so don't worry about it that if somebody else has written the same topic before, let it be 2 years. Make sure it was not written in last 2 years. Anyone has any question left? I think that's it. Thank you, Tatiana. Thank you, Jaksh. Thank you, Anju. Thank you, Anaridhika. Thanks a lot, Kosha and Rutaba and Megha and everyone, Satish, Shikha, and who else was here today? Okay, anyone whose name I have forgotten to mention. So Chitra, okay, Saima Yakub and Christine and Megha. Thank you, Nitin. Guru Prasad, Tasneem, Megha and Medha both, and Roshni, Harjeevan, thank you. Okay, guys, thanks a lot. We'll see you again tomorrow in another session on a different topic, different motivation, different information. See you then tomorrow. Have a good day.